Welcome, everybody. It is Crypto Moose, and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. So, what we're going to do on this episode is focus on Cardano. I want to get into why we saw such an egregious drop to the downside. So, that, a little bit of Bitcoin, as well as some midnight news and, 100x opportunities. So, we're going to have some fun here on the channel. If you guys enjoy this episode, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you would like to see on the channel in terms of tutorials, topics, maybe different chains or new projects. So definitely let us know. So guys, taking a look, we are Wednesday, November 5th, 2025, and Bitcoin's already recovering. Same with Cardano, at least a little bit. So back up maybe a few percent on the day. So yesterday was pretty excessive in terms of what was going on. It's very simple. There's more fear in the market right now. On top of that, you have a lot of leverage positions. So people that were going long, it didn't work out for them, right? So a lot of people, they set longs and shorts. And, there's a lot of psychological levels, especially that 100 zone. So that's what we're seeing. So to focus up on Bitcoin for a minute, that's really what we saw. And on top of that, we have large institutions that are really affecting the market, right? So we're talking about big players. I believe BlackRock sold off a couple $100 million, probably nothing to them. That's like the moose taking out a 20 and just, making a quick trade. So that's what we're seeing now in the crypto world. And that's why we're recovering already on the short term. So this is where it got to. Went down to, what would be the lowest here? Looks like 99. So, whenever you see Bitcoin now hit something like 99,000 or like 109,000, it's going to trigger a lot of positions, right? So people have orders ready. So if, Bitcoin hits 105, it's going to buy. 99, it's going to buy, right? So I know different business owners. They'll call me. They'll message me. Hey, should I buy? Should I buy? Guys, nothing on this episode's financial advice. Invest at your own risk. You're listening to a Loose Moose. But of course, people ask me, or they just let me know what they're doing. And the smart people are buying at the lows, right? So BlackRock, if they got rid of a bunch of Bitcoin, you best believe they probably sold up here at 110 and then they, bought down at 99. I'm sure they bought some at 99. I bet you they did. So that's kind of what's going on. So it's leverage, support breaks, macro risk. I think a lot of it's really fear sentiment as well. So if we take a look, and I've seen this time and time again, guys, I don't know if you understand this, but the crypto market would fluctuate like 5 to 25% per day, sometimes per hour. So this is nothing new. You're going to see this just circle back, right? The smart people are going to buy and hold long term. That's the strategy I've been talking about a lot on this channel, right? Buy and hold long term. So fear and greed, if you guys are using CoinMarketCap, there are so many tools, right? You can go on ChatGPT. Why did this happen? What's going on here? XYZ. All that's happening. So Cardano price. So we talked about Bitcoin, Cardano. The same thing applies, right? Of course, we have not had the alt season that we've been waiting for. It's going to be difficult to get an alt season. Really what you're looking for is for Bitcoin to kind of go up, stagger, and then, get an alt season. Because Bitcoin dominance, meaning so much liquidity is in Bitcoin, it needs to flow into the alts. And that is what an alt season is, right? So it goes from Bitcoin pumps, and then it goes into Ethereum, and then the other alts. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen soon. It's just with all this going on, it's going to be very difficult, right? I'm not sure what else I have for notes in terms of that, but really it's going to be emotion, right? It's going to be emotion. But once ADA recovers, it's got a long ways to go to get back to previous all-time highs. Because if you look at Ethereum's not too shy from its all-time highs. In fact, it's almost right there, right? So it's definitely done better. I think Solana's cheap right now. Solana's very cheap right now. I think Solana is going to have a major recovery. But again, back all-time highs, 200, 250. ADA's got a lot more to prove here. ADA's got a lot more to prove. And a lot of good things are going to be things like Hydra, are going to be things, you know, you have the whole layouts, you have the DeFi, you have the Bitcoin OS, you have the integrations. Maybe if they could do more with interoperability with Chainlink and other chains. Midnight, so that's the new privacy-focused chain. This is Midnight. This is what I'm mining right now. So I have a bunch of videos on this. I've earned 351 nights. So that one's solved. I've only missed one. I missed one. I feel like the Blue Jays just missed it. Let me refresh this. Yeah, so it's still 351 in 24 hours. Hopefully we'll be getting close to 400 or 500 a night. That's just on one browser. So I've got this open all over the place. So I've got 5 different wallets, and I've done that on a few different computers. The rewards are going down. So for example, that's one wallet. Let me throw another for you. Just don't want to mess up my system here. So here's another one just to give you an idea. And you can see we got 40, what is that? 46 night, okay? So I've got a bunch of these open. So I basically just open up new Google profiles and then set up a new wallet. If you guys want, head over to the channel, go here, type in Midnight Tutorial or type in night or phase 2 night. And this will just kind of select the exact video that you want here. So let's go there. Midnight token phase explained. I would watch probably this one right here. The scavenger mine is live. Claim your night tokens now. Phase 2 tutorial. So if you do want to earn that, on top of that, guys, you utilize the link tree, and that will get you quick links to Lace to set up a wallet, scavenger mine, and then here you can research, get all the info that you need. I've already broken it all down on the channel as well. So if you guys want help in that regard, you can do that as well. So 24 hours, we're recovering. That's definitely a low. I don't know if it's going to be the low. We could definitely go lower than that. But, you know, it looks like it's still in this falling wedge. I thought we were going to break out up here, right? Just before September-ish. And it just dipped back down. Okay, so are we going to get this price movement that we saw in 2021? It's very hard to tell. If we do, we're definitely going to break previous all-time highs. I think other projects will do it as well. But ultimately, with everything going on, with the uptime, with the staking, with what's probably Midnight is going to be my favorite. I think we're going to see a big difference. Now, one thing I am waiting for, and I think Charles talked about it, where a lot of content creators are leaving. That's because a lot of people aren't using DeFi. That's kind of my opinion as well. I've been using Ethereum for my DeFi, and the main reason, I think this is the biggest chokehold on Cardano. We need a good stablecoin in a stablecoin that people want. Okay, I don't think creating a new stablecoin is the way to go. I think, just my opinion, right? I don't know all the questions and answers that go into this, but I would like to see from somebody that invests and that wants to do more with DeFi. First, the staking is really good. That's a different thing. But I want USDC. I want USDT even. Something that I can kind of trust, right? Like there's only so many things that we trust in crypto, especially over the years. USDC, USD coin. Let's get it on Cardano, okay? I think that is the most pressing issue. Like you can't even convert. Like that's why people are going to sell off as well, because you can't convert to a reliable stablecoin. You want something pegged to the US dollar that for whatever reason you just trust, right? You think of it as fiat kind of thing, fiat crypto. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. I think a lot of people would agree. Comment down below. But I think we need USDC. USDT even. I would use it. Like, that's something that we're missing. In one of the other issues, and it's kind of like a double-edged sword, but like the staking is so good on Cardano where people just kind of stake their crypto. So it's like, why would you want to do yield farming? You can hold it on your cold wallet, right? You grab your ADA, put on a Trezor, put on a Ledger, put on a Tangem, and then you just delegate to the hedge stake pool. So guys, go to the link tree. I have it pinned in every video, in the comments, in the description. Go to hedge stake pool and delegate there. So we got a bunch of you in there. It's cool to see. Also pick up a Tangem, Trezor, Ledger, Tangem Pay. That's something new that's coming out. So use code Moose here. But guys, $50, protect your ADA, and I have videos on it. On top of that, I don't think there's much else. Right now, it was a good buying opportunity, probably still is, and you know, it's just the way it goes, man. Like, there's a lot of fear in the market. I don't know. I've been pretty chill about it. Just, you know, hold the good assets. I'm still a believer in Cardano, without a doubt. I think with Midnight coming out, all this interoperability, we're early, man. Like, we're in the 90s of the whole tech boom and the whole internet wave. I think we're that early. I think you'll look back at $1 million Bitcoin and be like, could have bought it at $500,000. Could have bought it at $1 million. Because it's going to be $5, $10, $15 million down the road, in my opinion. So scarcity, quality, all that plays a big role, right? Bitcoin is the Charizard of this whole game, right? So, guys, with that being said, the moose is loose. We'll see you in the next one. Comment down below. What are your thoughts and opinions? What the hell is going on in crypto?